Hello, it's Lesley Fightmaster, and today's class is for people who work in an office or do a lot of sitting. It's a yoga quickie for you. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, in comfortable seated position. Close your eyes. Take a moment to set your intention for your practice. And then we'll sit up on a blanket or a pillow if you have one. Ideally, we want the knees and hips in the same line. On your inhale, sweep your arms up. On your exhale, take your left hand to the floor and reach your right arm over in line with your right ear. Side stretching, but draw the shoulder blades down toward the waist. Inhale, center. Exhale, right hand down, reach the left arm over in line with your left ear. Again, shoulder blades toward the waist. Inhale, reach up. And exhale to release, fingertips behind you. Chest opening. Widen the collarbones, look up a little bit. Getting into the upper back. Let your head go back any amount. Now, inhale right ear to right shoulder. Take your right hand on the head. Extend your left arm out to the left. We're not pulling with the right hand. It's just giving the head a little extra weight to help stretch out the neck. Back to center, left ear to left shoulder. Take the left hand on top of the head, extending the right arm out to the side and flexing the wrist. Breathing here. Every movement, attach your inhale or your exhale. Come back to center, reach up on the inhale, stretch through the arms. Exhale, fingertips behind you again, expand through the chest, widen the collarbones, look up any amount, letting the head go back if it's comfortable. And big breath into the chest, release that. And we'll move the blanket off to the side or the pillow so you can come onto your hands and knees. And bring your wrists a little bit in front of your shoulders. Inhale, bring your chest forward, lifting your chin and tailbone up. As you exhale, round the back and then take your hips back to your heels in extended child's pose. So your arms should be straight right there. Inhale, again, bring the chest forward, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, pull the belly in. Exhale, start to round the back, chin toward chest. Take your hips all the way back to the heels for extended child's pose. Inhale to come forward, broaden through the collarbones, bring the chest through the gates of your arms. As you exhale, round your back and stretch all the way into child's pose. Once more, inhale, come up onto the knees. And then this time we'll step the right foot up by the right hand into a low lunge. Just let your hands rest above the right knee, pull the right hip back, lift the belly. And then reach both arms up on your inhale. Keep pulling the right hip back. As you exhale, bend your elbows, open your chest, and then circle the arms all the way around. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, palms face forward as you open the chest. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, widen the collarbones, bring the arms down, and then sink forward. Either stay there or reach back for the left foot. Holding the foot further behind you or drawing it forward, keeping the hips and the shoulders square to the front. That's a kind of a intense move. Inhale, lengthen the right leg. Exhale, fold over it. So any of these moves, if they're too intense, so you can stay with the half split or start to slide out. Only work to your pace. So I give different options for different levels. If you're not down in your split, but you want to practice it, you can always put a block under there or a blanket. And then from here, we'll make our way back into table. Step the left foot up by the left hand into your low lunge and just allow your hands to rest above the knee as you settle in, pulling the left hip back and dropping the tailbone. Inhale, sweep the arms up, spiral the triceps, the upper arms forward. Draw your front ribs in. Exhale, open the chest like you're scraping elbows to the back wall. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, open the chest, expanding. Inhale, circle the arms up, and exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, take left forearm to left thigh. Either stay there or reach back for the right foot. maybe holding it back or drawing it forward. If you draw it forward, again, squaring up the hips and the shoulders toward the front of your mat. Breathing here, and we'll release. Straighten the left leg. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over your straight left leg. You can stay right here with half Hanumanasana, half splits, or begin to slide out into the full split, keeping the hips level, so pulling the left hip back. I was feeling a bit tight today from my class I took yesterday, so I'm putting a block under my front thigh because my hamstrings were really feeling it today. So keep pulling the left hip back, right hip forward, and then slowly begin to bend your front knee so you can swing it back into table, bringing the hands in front of the shoulders. And then we'll just sit back onto the heels. So you can sit right on your heels, or if you have a block or pillow handy, you can sit on that. Or if it feels comfortable to you, you can sit in between your feet so your hips are on the floor, but make sure your knees don't go wider than hips distance. Inhale, sweep the arms up, interlace the fingers, reach the palms up toward the ceiling. Exhale, start to turn toward the right side, twisting. Inhale back through center, exhale, and turn toward the left, twisting. Inhale, center. Exhale, left hand to right knee and twist, looking over the right shoulder. And then back to center on the inhale. Exhale, right hand to left knee, twist, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, center, coming forward. And then tuck your toes and slowly make your way into downward facing dog and begin to bend one knee and the other. Make sure your arms are shoulders distance apart and your feet are hips distance. Stretch back and lengthen through the spine. It never matters if your heels touch. So bend the knees, stick your hips up high, and then straighten the legs as much as you can, not worrying if the heels touch. Just getting length. Draw the belly in. Firm the leg muscles by pulling up on the kneecaps. Take an inhale to plank. Exhale, lower slowly to your belly. Inhale, peel the chest up for cobra. Press all the toenails down onto the floor. Lift the belly. Exhale, press to the knees. Tuck the toes and stretch back again into down dog. Gaze between the knees or the feet as you breathe. Inhale again to plank, knees up or down. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra again, little low cobra or maybe a higher cobra. Lift the belly, maybe even upward facing dog with thighs and knees off the floor. Exhale, lift the hips, make your way back into down dog. And then walk your hands back towards your feet or your feet up towards your hands. Take your opposite elbows and gently rock here side to side. Bend your knees as needed. Then interlace your fingers and take them to the base of your head, right at the neck, the top of the neck, and just allow gravity to pull your head down toward the floor. You're not going to use any muscles. It's just a little extra weight on the head to lengthen your neck. And then from here, walk your feet wider than hips width, coming into a squat. Now, if a squat doesn't work for you, sit up on a block or even a chair. Ideally, we'd like the hips to go lower than the knees, but don't hurt yourself. Knees and toes tracking in line. So if your feet face straight ahead, your knees should too. If your feet turn out, your knees should also turn out. Take your left fingertips to the floor. Inhale, reach your right arm up and twist. And widening through the collarbones. Some of you might take a brief wrap there. Bring your hands back to center. Right hand down, left arm up. Maybe some of you will wrap if you know what that means. Otherwise, stay and do what I'm doing. Come back to center, hands at heart. Widen the collarbones. And then begin to walk yourself back into down dog. Arms, shoulders distance, feet, hips width. Spread the fingers wide. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Knees up or down. Come all the way to the floor, interlacing the fingers. Inhale, shalabhasana. Press the pubic bone down lightly into the floor, reaching the tailbone to the heels, inner thighs spinning up toward the ceiling. Come on down and rest a moment. And again, interlace other pinky on top and lift again into locust pose. Widen the collarbones. Make sure you're not compressing your neck, so look straight ahead so the back of the neck's long. Release. So either you're going to keep your arms by your sides into shalabhasana again, or bend the knees, reach for the pinky toe sides of the feet, lift the legs up and begin to press back. Dhanurasana. And release it. Sit your hips back into your heels for child's pose. So all those little back bends, they were strengthening for our back, but also opening the upper backs. When we sit a lot, we have a tendency to round the upper back. Come on up and sit on your bottom. Extend the legs out in front of you. Flex the ankles. Inhale, lengthen tall. Exhale, extend forward. Hold the feet or the legs. So lengthen as you inhale. Exhale, extend, leading with the chest, reaching the crown of the head forward, keeping the gaze toward the toes if you're up a little higher, or toward the ankles if you're lower. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, release, and come onto your back. Right ankle above left knee, bring your hands through, hold the left shin for thread the needle, or you can hold behind the thigh. Make sure the right ankle stays flexed. Then, let both legs go off to the left and look over your right shoulder. If it's not comfortable to stay in the same shape, you can put your knee on top of your other knee, right on top of left. Back to center, and then left ankle just past the right knee. Hold on to your right shin or hold on behind the thigh, drawing the legs in toward the chest to stretch the hips. And I'm staying in the same shape, knees off to the right, looking left, or if that's not comfortable, just put your left knee on top of the right knee. A nice long breath in your twist. And then back to center, hug the knees in, reach the tailbone down. We'll make our way into our final resting pose, Shavasana. So as you're settling into your Shavasana, feet flap open, arms by your sides, palms facing up, we will do our quote first from Sean Akers' book, The Happiness Advantage. Many years ago, 2 shoe salesmen were sent to Africa to sell shoes. One reported back to his company, "Situation hopeless. They don't wear shoes." The other reported back, "Glorious opportunity. They don't have any shoes yet." The more your brain picks up on the positive, the more you'll expect this trend to continue, and so the more optimistic you will be. And begin to make some movements in your fingers and your toes and stretch your arms up overhead. Bend the knees, roll off to your, to your right side. And with your left hand, carefully press yourself up. Let your head come up last. Crossing the shins, sit up nice and tall, hands together. Bring your hands up to the forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. Our hands to the heart center, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communications. Sending out this wonderful energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you liked our class, please push the like button. Please subscribe and share with your friends. If you can afford to support Fightmaster Yoga through a donation of any amount, there is a link below to PayPal. Also, check out fightmasteryoga.com. If you shop on Amazon, click the link through our site. Doesn't cost you any more. Bye.